Look, the thing I would say to you is I had some experience of this as the Minister for Charities. It was my first job in government as Minister for Charities. And, you know, I think one of the things that we had to counter was sometimes suspicion among, as you was central government in this case, about faith-based organizations because they didn't really understand the nature of the organization. And so the faith-based organization might have been doing an incredibly important role on youth services or the elderly, and they were, you know, being held back because of the suspicion that there was. So I think we've got to try and get around that suspicion, whether it's in local authorities or elsewhere. And we've got to take people at face value, if you like, and say, you know, well, what is it you're trying to do, and can you achieve change for the community? Can you make a difference? And if you can, then you should be able to do it. We shouldn't worry about people's motivation in how they want to do that. Secondly, on your point about the churches in our community, look, I think they play an incredibly important role in our community, not just this community, but so many communities around the country. If you take the issue of food banks, for example, look, we're going to reach, I think, a pretty shameful milestone for our country next week, which is 1 million people using food banks. But amidst the fact that this is something that is terrible that it's happening in Britain in 2015, you've got incredible people in our communities, in food banks, who are wanting to help out people who are in food poverty. And I think it's not just there, but it's in so many areas, which is that, you know, you have people in the church, from the church, churches playing an incredibly important role in tackling social injustice in our community. And that is something that I would want to work with you on if I was Prime Minister.